Welcome back to the Real Estate Show. I'm your host, Bill Lally. Very excited to have Chelsea Sullivan from Pinnacle Real Estate Advisor joining us. How you doing, Chelsea?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for asking.
Yeah.
Chelsea, you have been very successful at your previous places of work. What was your strongest motivation to make the leap to the Pinnacle team?
The team environment. I work phenomenal with a team. I love creating goals as a team, doing everything that it takes, the hard work, the activity to get to that point, and being on a team that has the same like-minded vision moving forward, because it's really all about creating those moments and the special moments with not just your clients but also in our personal lives with our families. And I think that that's the best thing that Pinnacle has given me, is the opportunity to still have a career, have my relationships, but also have some freedom and flexibility to enjoy it with my family as well.
The leading purpose for Pinnacle was to create that environment, so that's wonderful news to hear. You've really taken the lead role for brand identification for the Pinnacle team. What does working for the Pinnacle team mean to you?
It means creating a transition and a process for our clients that are buying a home seamless and smooth, enjoyable. Many times when I talk to a buyer for the first time, they talk about how stressful it might be to go through the process, and at the end of it, they, the amount of gratitude that they have to me and to my team, that we've made it as easy on them as possible, and have also let them enjoy their closing day and just, I guess, live in the moment. And that's what it's about. I mean, it's about creating raving clients and fans to our team, and also being very community oriented. And you think about all the bigger banks across the country, but our Gershman Mortgage and Pinnacle Real Estate Advisor, we want to give it back to our community. We're giving it back to St. Louis by being here local. So it's kind of both sides of being able to help clients, but also give back to the community that we live and enjoy every day.
Very good, very good. And you guys do a great job doing that. What advice would you give to a young entrepreneur who's just kind of getting started in the business? What advice would you give them to help them be as successful as you are?
Yeah, I think for me, it would be to sit down and write a vision that is scarier and bigger than you ever dreamed. And you have that vision, and you have to feel the feeling that it would be to live that vision, and that energy will take you to the highest mountaintop ever, and it gives you a reason to get up every day, and have the passion for what you're doing.
Yeah, that's incredible advice. Well, thank you so much, Chelsea, for joining us. We expect nothing but greatness for you in the future, and we wish you the best of luck.
Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.
All right, thanks a lot. are back with the Real Estate Show. We are very, very excited to have my good friend Sarah Bravo on the show. Thanks for joining us.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Let's learn a little bit about you. So, how did you get into real estate?
So I got into real estate because I just left a 16-year career in direct sales and marketing and was trying to figure out what to do. So I went through the pros and the cons of what, different options were out there for me. And when everything was said and done, it was kind of like, awesome, I can schedule my own hours, I can choose who I want to work with, and obviously the income potential was basically unlimited. So because of all those pluses, real estate just made sense. So there you go.
Very good, very good. So you have grown your team now. When did you start?
So 2009.
2009. So it's been a while.
Yeah, a little while. And the funny joke is I started at the peak of the bottom.
Yeah.
In real estate.
There you go.
So.
Very good, very good. And how many people do you have on your team right now?
So I've got 4. I've got 2 designated buyer's agents, Stacy Bremerkamp, and new to the team is Ross Belt, awesome guy, super fun, and so Stacy, of course. And then I've got Nancy I can't ever say her last name. Sherbush.
Oh, Sherbush. Okay.
It's Sherbush, but I call her Sher. And yeah, she is our office administrator, so she keeps us organized and handles all of the dotting of the I's, crossing of the T's. And then, of course, Richard, who is my husband, he joined the team 4 years ago, just started exploding, so he came on board.
Yeah.
So that's the team.
That's very common. So how does the dynamic duo of the husband and wife relationship work out, especially when you had it established prior and then they join you? How's that working out?
So for us, absolutely perfectly.
Good.
And the reason I say that is I left a 16-year career that we actually worked together in our previous field.
Okay.
So we have worked together now for 24 years,
Okay.
basically.
Yeah.
And so with that, he is the yin and I'm the yang, which means that he is the one that is totally organized, on point, on check, and I'm just kind of the tornado that just makes business happen.
Totally.
And he keeps everything on point, on time, in check.
Well, you do a great job at that, and you definitely need both.
Yeah.
Tell a little bit about what area you specialize in around, we're here in Chesterfield right now, and a little bit about your brokerage.
So I'm with Coldwell Banker Gundaker, which is the #1 brokerage in St. Louis. So I'm proud to be part of that brand. And as far as my service area, I'm all over, which is one of the reasons why when people ask, how many deals did you do last year? And I'm like, well, we were involved in over 100 transactions. A lot of that's because we're so spread out that we're able to do that kind of volume or that kind of number of units.
Yes.
So
yes.
I'm all over.
Beautiful, beautiful. You're not from here originally, right?
No, I'm from LA.
LA. You're an LA girl.
I'm an LA girl. Yep, from the Valley. Yeah, so.
You represent it well.
Exactly. When I'm talking to people, okay, there it is. I always say totally and like.
Yeah.
And I'm from the Valley. Unlike Chesterfield Valley, that clearly is not a valley.
Right.
Which I was totally confused when I first moved out here.
You thought that was it.
And everybody said, oh, you're going to the valley. And I was looking for the mountains. I was looking for the valley. So I'm still not even sure after 10 years that I've been here how on earth that's called a valley.
Right.
But anyhow.
I know. It's low.
Yeah, it's a
It's
plateau
low.
valley.
We just don't have the mountains.
Fair enough.
But it's low.
It's a valley. Okay.
It's a floodplain.
Hey, you know what? When in Rome. I
When
call
in
it
Rome.
the valley.
That's right. That's right. Where do you plan to take your real estate career? Obviously you're growing, and that's tremendous, and the momentum is really starting to really take place for you.
Yeah.
And where do you see that taking you?
So I have a set goal of what I want to accomplish and what I want to achieve, and I enjoy
What is
real
that
estate
goal?
a lot. I enjoy people.
Yeah.
I enjoy all of that. My goal is I would like to be at 30 million in closed volume a year. And if I could be at that level, I think I'd be happy. I know there's some people that say, I want to hit 80 million, 90 million, I want
all
to
relative.
be #1.
Yeah.
And the reality is, I know that at 30 million, I'm going to live a good life.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a good lifestyle. I'm going to have a sense of just ability to spend time with my family, go on vacation,
Right.
enjoy life. One of the things that, people that have these high goals set for themselves that I've seen is that in a lot of cases, that's all they do. And for me, I think it's important to have a balance,
Yeah.
that you can live well, but also be able to enjoy life, spend time with your family, go on vacation, and have that downtime so that you
Absolutely.
can actually get re-energized and motivated to keep pushing yourself to work harder. So
That's great.
my goal ultimately is, if I can consistently hit 30 million every year, I think I'll be pretty darn happy.
That's phenomenal. Well, we wish you the best of luck, and we know that you will succeed. You're a shining, shining star for the community,
you.
a pillar of the community, and we appreciate not only being your friend, but being your partner in business. So thank you, Sarah Bravo. If people would like to get a hold of you, if they're interested in buying or selling real estate, what's the best way to do so?
So the best way to reach me is to call me or shoot me a text. My number is 636-328-3849. Or you can email me at bravorealtor@live.com. But the best way is a phone call or a text message. And of course, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, any of the social media platforms that are out there.
Perfect. And we are The Real Estate Show. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back to The Real Estate Show. Very excited to have Ashley Travers from Grant Hickman Real Estate with us today. Thanks for coming, Ashley.
Hello, you are welcome. Thanks for having me.
What brought you into the real estate industry?
So my husband and I started flipping houses roughly 8 years ago. I didn't really think that I'd have an interest in real estate, but it slowly developed as I grew and grew to get to know people and what it's really about. I kind of became addicted, and it just unfolded from there.
Yeah, well, you've had some great success early.
Thank you.
Early on, and a lot of people are seeing you on social media, and you're doing wonderful with that. What would you say your success or your early success stems from?
I actually created a program for first responders when I first got into this because my husband was a police officer. He had been in law enforcement for 8 years, and I felt that they were not given enough, so I wanted to do something a little bit different. I created a program called Back the Brave. It's a home buying and selling experience package for our first responders. And once I got it all on paper and got some really, really great partners to join me, it just kind of spun off from there, and it went really, really well.
Yeah, it's a great program.
Thank you.
And you're really leading the way in charitable, being involved with charitable events and supporting different organizations around the St. Louis, St. Charles area. Where did the motivation to give back to the community stem from?
It actually stemmed from my grandfather. He was a huge giver. He was in sales his whole entire life, and you would have never known he sold anything. He taught me pretty much everything that I know about people and how I want to be. So when I saw how that worked my whole entire life, I figured it would be great for me to do something for my family and myself that kept me inspired, kept me going, however, also gave back to the community, because that is what I feel life is most about.
Absolutely.
So that's kind of where that started, and I've been blessed and lucky enough to have the ability to continue to do that, and I plan to keep going with it. So
Very good.
yeah.
Recently, you guys have partnered up in the business world. Can you tell us a little bit more about the strategy there?
Yes, his passion is flipping homes. He absolutely loves to work on beat up projects and make them beautiful again. I love giving back, so it's always fun for me to get to give this beautiful new space to another family who is looking, especially in a market where we're not seeing as many listings. It's been fun to kind of produce those for these different families. We decided that it would be best for him to kind of take off on that since he's so passionate about it, and I'm following my dreams and my passion, so I wanted him to be able to do the same. Travers Enterprises was then born, and it's been going wonderfully. So he's actually tackling that, and we're gonna see what we can do with this.
Very good. Look forward to seeing the success
Thank you.
With the new business venture that you have. what areas do you specialize in? Are you more of a listing agent or a buyer's agent? And also, what areas of the city do you find yourself working in the most?
I love St. Charles County because I grew up in St. Charles County. So I'm born and raised there. I know the area very well. I've been working a lot in South County as well, Afton, Melville, Oakville. I will basically go anywhere within a 45-minute to hour radius. I actually have a listing in Dittmer right now. So
Dittmer.
I go everywhere, yes. It's more about the client and getting them what it is that they need than it is for me. I will make something work. It's been doable at this point to go a little bit of everywhere. Also, as far as a listing or buyer agent, I like doing all of it. I love new construction. I love doing buyers and helping families with selling. I like the mix-up that it offers to take part in all aspects of real estate, so that's why I do it all.
Very good, very good.
Yeah.
I know you're very fond of your brokerage or your broker,
Yes.
Grant.
Yes.
And can you tell us a little bit more about Grant Hickman Real Estate, what they're about, and how long they've been in business?
They have been in business for 5 years. We just hit our 5-year anniversary. Grant himself is a wonderful human being. He has based his entire brokerage around the aspect of giving back, which is something that resonated very much with me. Every agent in my office is a wonderful human being. They all care so much about the people that they're helping. It's not just the money they're making, and they're all extremely successful, I believe, because they put giving first and helping first. They all have families, they all balance it all out, and we all help each other. We actually have a roundtable meeting every single Wednesday. We learn new things, we continue our education, we talk about our accounts and how we can further assist our clients that are maybe struggling a little bit and finding what they're looking for and or selling. And we bounce ideas off, have a little bit of fun, and we have a great family at Grant Hickman Real Estate Advisors.
Very good, very good. You know, Grant Hickman Real Estate Advisors, as well as you individually, are very giving to the Backstoppers and different organizations around St. Louis. Is there a way that our viewers could help donate money to the different charities that you have supported over the years?
Absolutely. At any time, we are always looking for sponsors for the events that I put together. As far as my agency, we have a fund. 1% of each of our closings from every advisor in the office goes into a Grant Gives Back fund. We take that money and we help out different organizations around the community. My personal Back the Brave program, every closing that I do gives back to Backstoppers. It's a portion of the proceeds will go to Backstoppers to take care of our fallen and injured first responder families. I'm very partial to that organization because they do so much for the community, and if you want to help, you can definitely get a hold of me or just PM me, call me, whatever you want to do, and I can guide you into how you can help sponsor one of my events and what that would entail for you if you're interested.
Very good. For the people that don't understand Backstoppers or don't know too much about the organization, can you shed a little light on what that organization is all about?
Absolutely. They are magnificent. Any first responder in the area that is injured on duty or actually injured at all, they take care of the family. Backstoppers is known for providing anything and everything that a family of a fallen officer or first responder needs. They handle counseling for the family, they pay for schooling, education, they pay off all of their bills, their mortgage. They just provide whatever that family needs. Backstoppers is there to provide it for them,
That's
which I
phenomenal.
feel like is amazing.
Is that a
Yes.
local organization?
It is, yes.
So it's not in any other states? Or?
I don't believe so. I'm pretty sure it's just in St. Louis.
Very good, very good. I know that your business has just begun to blossom and from your initial hard work at the beginning. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Hopefully doing this with maybe at a baseball game with my 5-year-old, who will then be way too old, and I'll probably be crying because he's going to be so grown up by then. But hopefully roughly right around the same area. There's not much I would really change about life right now.
Very good.
Pretty content.
It does not get any better than that. So
Right.
this is the Real Estate Show, and I am your host, Bill Lally. Again, thank you so much, Ashley, for joining us. And if the viewers wanted to reach out to you, if they were interested in buying, selling, a home, or if they were interested in donating to the Backstoppers or one of your organizations, how would they go about reaching you?
Great question. You can go to my Facebook page, just search me under Ashley Travers. You can call me at 636-699-6575, or you can also log into granthickman.com, and I am on there under the advisor link.
All right, we'll be right back after these messages. We are The Real Estate Show. Welcome back to The Real Estate Show. I'm your host, Bill Lally. I'm very excited today to have Dee Mullin, all the way from SoCal, California, with us today, and she's from Southwestern Consulting.
That's right.
One of the top real estate coaches and coaches in general for business in the country, and we just want to learn a little bit about Dee. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Tell us a little bit about what you do and how you got into that.
Sure. So what I do with Southwestern Consulting is I am a professional sales and leadership coach. So I coach top performers and leaders in all different industries. And the short story of the way that I got into this was that I was a Southwestern Consulting client prior to coming on board with Southwestern. So I was a VP of sales for a global staffing firm, and I increased my revenue by 89% working with a coach from Southwestern. And it not only changed my business, it truly changed my life. So
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. How many people are you coaching in the St. Louis area right now?
Oh, in St. Louis, I think I have 2 clients in St. Louis, but the way that it works, so I coach about 35 to 40 clients at one given time. All of our clients are in our program for a minimum of 12 months, so it's great because we form this really special connection, and I get to work with them for a long period of time. But we get assigned clients. So I'm assigned clients from all over the country, which is fun. So I think there are 2 that are in the St. Louis market.
Can somebody request you?
So that's one of the greatest things I think about our company is that we make the coach and client match very intentional, which is why, so I'm in Southern California, but all of my clients are not in Southern California because we prioritize the match over geography. So we really want to make sure that anyone that participates in our program gets the best results, because not only are they getting great results, but there are walking, talking testimonials, right? So we have to make sure that we're serving them to the best of our ability, and that includes matching them with the coach that's going to be right for them.
Can you take us through kind of the process a little bit on how that
Of
looks?
course. So a first phone call with a coach is all about your goals. So we want to hear about your history, right? We want to know what's taken you to where you are today. And then we want to start dreaming with you about where you're going. So we want to know what your goals are. And then one of the first things we do as coaches is really help people redefine what's possible and dream a little bit bigger. So the first call with a coach is usually about your vision and really clarifying that. So one of the things that our co-founder writes in his book, Take the Stairs. So our co-founder's name is Rory Vaden. He has a fantastic book called Take the Stairs. And one of my biggest takeaways from that in relationship to vision is that the level of our endurance is directly proportionate to the clarity of our vision. So helping somebody really redefine or define or clarify their vision will help us know where we're going. And as a coach, then we know how to get there. We do partner with sales leaders, and we come in and work with sales teams, because one thing that's really at the core of our company is seek first to serve. So we want to get in front of as many salespeople as possible. Even if they don't end up enrolling in coaching, we want to try to impact them and give them something that they can take and implement into their life and their business, of course. But then the other way that we help clients get enrolled in coaching is by just doing a consultation with them. So we do things called a consultation. It's called a business action planning session, where we dig into a little bit about their history, their current business, their goals, and if coaching would be the right fit.
What separates your coaching system from, some of these other ones?
So however you're self-developing, whether it's with us or with somebody else, I think that's great.
Totally.
A couple of things that really set us apart are, first of all of our coaching is one-on-one. So that's different in the industry. A lot of coaching is group coaching. A lot of coaching is getting on a call where maybe there's 3 other people on the call, maybe there's 150 other people on the call or more. Our system is so different than that. our system is really digging in with the individual, because not only is it about business techniques and sales techniques and systems, but it's also about what's been holding you back. It's about your habits. It's about your limiting beliefs. And I just feel like on a call, even with 2 people and a coach, you're not able to dig that deep. So it's really making big changes for you as the individual, which of course translate to better results in business.
I agree.
And then one other thing that I think really sets us apart is that we believe in a practitioner's model. So all of our coaches are still currently selling and building their own businesses. So when we're talking to our clients about what they should do and how they should improve, and we're holding them accountable, we need to hold ourselves accountable. We're all salespeople still, and we all currently work with coaches. So we really practice what we preach.
That's phenomenal. Dee, if our viewers would like to get a hold of you to learn more about the coaching program, how would they do so?
So you can contact me directly. My phone number is area code 631, I'm from New York, 807-6223, or by email at my first initial D, last name Mullin, Mullin, at southwesternconsulting.com.
Dee, thanks so much for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, we'll see you later.